In JavaScript, we use if-else to check conditions and make decisions. It's super simple and I'm going to show you how it works with easy examples. By the end of this video, you'll be using if-else very easily in your own projects. So let's start. At first, we are going to understand the if-else with the help of an example of driving age. So since this is HTML, I have to write a script. Then I let age is 18. I'll make one condition. If age is greater than or equal to 18, console.log. Console log is actually printing anything, it prints anything. So you can drive, and else if it is not true, then I can write you cannot drive. And before understanding this, let's see whether it works or not. So I am going to show preview, and after this open in browser. So let's see this in our browser. Right click, inspect, console. So it is saying you can drive, and let's change the value to 12 and let's see what it does. So finally it is showing you cannot drive. So how this works, what is this if else? Let's explain. Okay, so at first we write if, and then we use the round bracket, and inside a round bracket we put our condition. Okay, and if that condition is true, then this code works, and if that condition is false, then the code inside the else works. So this is a very simple flow in if else. Now let's understand what are these comparison operators. So these are very easy, which we have studied since our childhood in math. So what does this mean? This means x is greater than 5. And what does this mean? It means x is less than 5. And what does this mean? This means x is greater than or equal to 5. And what does this mean? This means x is less than or equal to 5. So these are very simple things, and now we have to read two more things which are important. So this is called is equal to. So if there is only one equals, it is called gets. But if there are two equals, then it is called is equal to. And this means the value of x is equal to 5. But this means inside the container age, we are just putting 12 as a value. The value of age gets 12, and here the value of x is equal to the value of 5. That's the difference, and that we will be using later on our examples. And what about not equal to? So we give exclamation and equal to. So this means not equal to. This means x is not equal to 5. Now let's understand the logical operators and or. The first one is and the second one is or. So for understanding and operator, I have one example. So let's say there's a coding workshop, but only for 20 plus age with a VIP ticket. So first let, and here is again age, so I want to comment this out. Now let age is 15. Okay, let's say age is 15, and let what we need, I think we need a VIP ticket, right? So let ticket is VIP. So let me make the condition now. If our age is more than or equal to 20, because that is our condition, and the second condition, and is written with 2 ampersand. Okay, so ticket must be what? Ticket must be VIP. So you can notice that I have put 2 equals here because it is ticket is equal to VIP. So after this, I can simply console log and write you can enter the workshop. Else I can write, let me paste, and I will write you cannot enter the workshop. So let's see whether it is working or not. So you cannot enter the workshop. Why you cannot enter the workshop? Because your age is 15. You must be 20 plus. So let's say 29. And can we enter now? Yes, we can enter. And let's say if our ticket is normal, then can we enter? No, we cannot enter. So for using and operators, both are compulsory. Both must be true, then only our code will run. Otherwise, it will be false and our else will run. So this is the example of and. Now let's move on to the example of or. Let's say a shopping mall is offering discount either for a male or if you have a lucky ticket. So there's a shopping mall, either you have to be male or you must have the lucky ticket to get the discount. Let's see. So let gender, let's say male, and let's write only ticket and lucky. So ticket is already there, so I want to just comment this out. So let ticket be lucky. Now let's write the condition. If, okay, what must be the gender? Gender must be male, or this is or, so ticket must be lucky. You can get only if one condition is true. Either you have to be male or you have to get a lucky ticket. So I want to console log. I'll tell you will get discount, and let's make the else condition you will not get discount. So let's see whether this works or not. So here it is showing you will get discount, and let's say if that is female, then what happens? Then also you will get discount. Do you know the reason? Because though the gender is female, the ticket is lucky. But let's say if the ticket is unlucky, then what happens? If that person's ticket is also unlucky, then you will not get discount, because not a single condition is true. So for OR operator, if even one is true, then the condition works. Unlike AND operator, okay? For AND operator, both must be true, but for OR operator, only one must be true. So this is the difference between AND and OR operator. Now let's learn about the truthy and falsy values, which are very important. For example, if I write 19, and then I write console log hello. Okay, this is a very simple statement. So what it says is, if this condition is true, then this will run. But what kind of condition is this? We cannot clearly tell it is true or false. So let's see whether it works or not, first of all. So actually it is working, and do you know why it is working? Because it is a truthy value. So actually it is 19, it is a number, but its value is true. And what is false here? If it is 0, then it is false. In numbers, if it is 0, it is false, otherwise it is always true. So let's see this. So it is false and it is not showing. So for string, empty string is always false, and let's see. So it is not showing, and if we put something like s, then let's see what happens. Then it works. So empty string is also false, and let's see other list of falsy values. Then you can determine what are true values, except these all are true values. Okay, so 0 is already done, empty string already done, false, null, undefined, and nan. Nan means not a number. So let's see each and everything. So let's say false, and false must not be inside the inverted comma. Okay, so otherwise it will not work. So false is not defined, false spelling is mistake. Okay, if I write false, and let's see what happens. So it is not working. And if I write undefined, and let's see whether it works or not, it is still not working, it is also false. And if I write null, then also it is not working, it is still false. And then at last nan, not a number, and it is still not working. So let's see, it is still not working. So except these 6 things, all other values are true. So we don't need simply the condition. If we just put a single value, that's also fine for if else. Let's study about else if. So for that I have one example. So suppose let time be morning, and I write if time is morning, then I will console log good morning. If it is not morning, I'll write else, and I will console log good night. Okay, so this is a very simple if else. If it is morning, it will say good morning, else it will say good night. So let's see whether it works or not. Yes, it is telling me good morning. And suppose it is night, and let's say what it says. So it is saying us good night. And let's see if it is evening, what it tells. So if the value is evening, then it is still saying good night, but I want it to tell me good evening. So how can I add that? I'll use else if. I write else if and use it same like if. So let's put that else in its position. Okay, else if, I write here condition, and I write here the code. So the condition must be time must be evening, right? So let's write it and put it evening, and then let's console log evening. So I will copy, paste, and evening. So now we can see it is saying good evening, right? So this is the use case of else if, and we can make else if as many as we like. We can use 2, 3, 4, 5 as much as we like. So this is about the if else in JavaScript. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe the channel. And thank you for watching.